Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's June 3rd, 2017. It's being reported that there's a major act of terrorism in London at the London Bridge. What I'm here to tell you is this is a planned stunt by the government and media for the sake of the New World Order agenda, which is intimidating the people of the world into thinking there's an Islamic terrorist threat around every corner. This incident is perfectly synced up with the March 22nd, 2017 London attack in front of Parliament, which was the same type of ritual, the same type of stunt. All of these incidents, ordeals, are planned and coordinated by the numbers. I want to remind you on March 22nd, 2017, on display at the site of the false flag sponsored hoax that it was, there was the Freemason helicopter, London Freemasons, the Freemason Compass and Square. Look at this. From March 22nd to today, June 3rd, the date of the London Bridge incident, is 74 days later. And in the language of gematria, the practice associated with Kabbalah, the Jewish mysticism that God created the world with language when God merged the letter with the number, in the language of gematria, which is also relevant to Freemasonry, which has its history and its secret symbolism based in Kabbalah in the Old Testament, in this language, London sums to 74. So does Masonic, so does Jewish. This is a Jewish practice. Masonry is Judaism for the Gentiles, based in Jewish history. And again, Jewish mysticism, which is Kabbalah. Notice the word gematria and English sum to 74. If you study this language, it'll make sense why these numbers are chosen. 7 and 4 are special numbers. 7 represents complete, 4 represents foundation, 7 is the fourth prime number. These are special numbers. These are foundational things to the powers that shouldn't be, who run this world with just this type of stuff. Staged terror to scare the world, to intimidate them for the sake of a banker tyrant agenda. And everyone who lives anywhere but under a rock knows that this world of banking is run by Zionist Jews. And again, we're talking about Jewish Masonic practices, which are pretty much one and the same thing. And to be clear, we're also talking about the false Jews. As it says in the Bible, the false Jews will rule in the end times. In this world, we call the Jews the light-skinned people who are all over the TV. We call them Jewish. In the Bible, the Jews have dark skin. The people that are terrorized the most by this system, by this media, by the false Jews terrorizing the real Jews, if you follow what I'm saying. But anyhow, there's a song out there put out by the recording industry, which is controlled by the same people, Gematria, the killing name. Again, Gematria, English, killing, all 74. On our calendar, which is created by Freemasonry within the Catholic Church, the Jesuits, the Ides of March is the 74th day of the year. The word stabbing equals 74, and to be perfectly honest with you, I was already typing up this post before they said anything about a stabbing. That's now the latest headline. I was just going to educate about this anyway because the last time they said there was a stabbing, and now it's happened again. Ides of March, the day Caesar killed, the 74th day in the calendar year, stabbing 74. In case you're new here, in Gematria, Caesar equals 47, president equals 47, special number. P breaks down to 7, M breaks down to 4, PM, Prime Minister, 7-4. Again, complete foundation, foundational concepts, important things. And for these psychopaths, killing one of the most important. So let's come back up here to the top. I want to show you what the greater ritual is in this planned incident by the numbers that we, the people of the world, are being told about on June 3rd. This is another nursery rhyme. Over here in the United States, we have Donald Trump, Humpty Dumpty. Now today we have London bridges falling. These are nursery rhymes English-speaking people of the world know. The reason Donald Trump is Humpty Dumpty, here's why. In the language of gematria, Humpty Dumpty sums to 58. Donald Trump's the winner of the 58th presidential election. He announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower. He was announced as the president on the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. And he ran on building a wall. He's Mr. Wall Street. This is all symbolism of what's to come. The collapse of Wall Street. We have this hit show called The House of Cards, you know. We have Donald Trump like the Trump card, House of Cards, an analogy for an economy that's about to fall. Right now in the US, the stock market's the highest it's ever been. Record. I said to watch out for this day. June 3rd. Something's going to happen from this day on. June 3rd to June 30th. Just watch. We might not have Donald Trump as the president after June 30th. All part of the planned collapse of Humpty Dumpty, the economy, and planting, the groundwork for the next big charge to war. That's what this is a history of in this world. Collapsed economies and then wars. This went on all over Europe even before there was a United States of America. These are old world tactics. The New World Order is an old world order. But look at this. London Bridge is falling down, sums to 132. The reason London Air Ambulance helicopter's up here is because that's what this thing's called. The London Air Ambulance Helicopter, 132. Just like England 132, just like United States of America 132, 132 rooms at the White House. Washington, D.C. is where the Catholic colony used to be, Catholic Church 132. Don't forget that Princess Diana died 132 days from the Queen's birthday. Princess Diana 132. As for London Bridge alone, very special gematria, especially the 119 and 205. We're coming up on the 205th anniversary of the start of the War of 1812, which began June 18th. That'll be Game 7 of the NBA Finals if it happens, which last year was connected to the Brexit vote and the selection of Trump. We're living out a recreation of world history. History repeats itself because the Freemasons in charge are making it happen. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, or more like they're doomed to let it happen again because they don't realize what's going on in the world, which is the point of this work, to wake people up to the agenda being waged by the numbers. This is the Kabbalah code. This is a way of life for these people. They do everything this way. It's why I always say, if you're going to learn about one number, learn about 74. If you're going to learn about another, learn about 33. Taught that since the very first videos I put out. And I also said 47, the reflection is 74. But anyhow, here we are 74 days later in London, another stabbing. Let's not forget that Masonic equals 223, March 22nd, 22/3. A lot of this has to do with King James, who died at age 58, who was a Rosicrucian, who was a Freemason. Rosicrucian equals 58, like Rose Cross, like Freemasonry, like Secret Society, like Jerusalem, like United States, like Solomon's Temple, like Craftsman. Very special number. King James became a Freemason at age 35. King James equals 35. The word king is 23. He died 23 years after, becoming a Freemason. The first Freemason king in the UK. And let's not forget that he united 3 kingdoms. England, Wales, and Scotland, where he was born. He became king at 13 months, so do you think he was really ruling? But anyway, what he's credited for is ruling over 3 kingdoms for 22 years. 22 years, 3 kingdoms. You see what's going on? It's very clear that at this same point in history, the U.S. was being created, the colonization of America, sometimes credited to Francis Bacon, who worked for King James. Anyhow, it's very clear that this is when the numerical agenda went into place, creating the New Jerusalem in America by the numbers, giving it a 7-4 birthday, July 4th, holiday equals 74, Independence Day. But this is what it's all about. It's all about when this Masonic takeover began, and it's always tributes to this. So we got King James and the NBA connected to all these rituals. Last year, winning on the real King James's birthday. Another thing, today's June 3rd, the 154th day of the year. I'll just pull up the Gematrinator calculator here so you can see this. King James also sums to 154. See that? King James. Last year, the Warriors lost to the Cavs on the real King James's birthday with 89 points. It's also the 211th day of the year. 211 is the 47th prime, the reflection of 74. They said it was a Van. Notice Van has the gematria of 44 and 17 like kill, No coincidence there. Here's the latest headline from CNN, action sequence. That doesn't really make sense. But anyway, people run down by van stabbed at London Bridge, 174 like false flag, like New World Order, like number of the beast. London Bridge and the beast both sum to 311. Remember, Scottish is 113. King James was made the King of Scotland at 13 months on a date with 113 numerology. We just saw the first game of the Cavs Warriors series, which has everything to do with King James, won with 113 points. And with regards to number of the beast, again, last time the helicopter was on display, which has gematria of 666, on display for the false flag. And they do this again and again and again. They did this in America on Trump's 88th day in office. They crashed a helicopter on a golf course. Look at this. Beast has gematria of 88, just like Trump, And if you saw the 47 as well, Beast and Trump are both 47 like president. So is the word time. Time is the beast. And clockwork, which has gematria of 39 like Big Ben. Remember, the March 22nd attack was 39 weeks after the Brexit vote. Brexit 39, Theresa May 39, Cameron 39. 39 weeks after, again, Big Ben 39, Clockwork 39. But notice Clockwork in Sumerian gematria. 666, like number of the beast. Also, 132, like London Bridge. And again, all of these rituals are planned in accordance with time. The tropics that measure the solstices are 47 degrees apart, like the Freemason compass is set 47 degrees apart. You see? So, no doubt, false flag, hoax, New World Order tactics, same repetitive tactics, same repetitive code that I've been explaining very clearly since 2013. If you think this is all a coincidence and that every single time this happens, it's a coincidence, or you think it's God that's responsible, as so many of you write, Zach, can't you see this is just the way God's doing? I mean, if you guys really think this is God, pull your head out of your ass. God is real, but God is not staging false flags that are ridiculous in the news. And this isn't a coincidence either. If you think that, get off the meds you're on. So many of you are medicated, and those meds, they keep your mind from working. Your government wants you to be on meds that will mess up your mental process and scare you away from things that could really help you out, like marijuana, magic mushrooms. Those things the government scares you with, but so many people try those things and they think, oh my God, I've never thought so clearly in my life. It's not a coincidence either. Government means mind control, and don't forget that the original definition of terrorism was government by intimidation. Real quick about the March 22nd attack. That was on a date with 62 numerology. March 22nd, 62 numerology in front of Parliament. We're in the land of the Queen of England 62. Remember the word Mason 62? Then you had the false flag in Manchester while Ariana Grande was singing Dangerous Woman, and it was 62 days after the March 22nd attack. And then Wonder Woman came out on 6/2. All of this is part of the ritual too. And again, it all comes back to Masonry. Mason 62. This Kabbalah code is all based in the Torah 62. And it's all about dollars and cents 62. Yesterday, the market closed up 62 points. It's at a record mark. By June 30th, it's going to be down way further. Just watch. This London Bridge is exactly what I said to watch out for. I said there's going to be some signal for the economy and the plan to collapse. This is it. London Bridge is falling down. Humpty Dumpty. You can get on this calculator. You can verify everything I said. Humpty Dumpty. 58, Trump winner of the 58th election. Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Rosicrucian 58, Rose Cross 58, Solomon's Temple, even Herod's Temple, Craftsmen, that's what it's all about. The Masons called themselves craftsmen. The word craft itself is 33, like masonry, like secrecy, like police. If you're over in the UK, check out that movie Filth. Filth 55. It came out on the 55th birthday of Irvine Welsh. It's about a police department ran by Masons. They're competing for a job. You know, it's more than a movie. It's trying to tell you what's going on in this world. A lot of corruption and authority. Filth. The most Masonic symbolism you ever saw in a movie. And it's intentional. You know that the characters are all Freemasons. Putting the truth in front of the masses. And with regards to 62 and what I was just saying about terrorize, just look at what time they give us the update here in the U.S. 6/2 Eastern Time. All right, Truth Seeker. If you want to stick around, I'm going to show you why the Zionist stooge Bill Maher has this headline today. It's all planned. It's all by the same numbers. That's all you get in the media. Planned Jewish Zionist rituals to mock the Goy. Until next time.